Welcome, my name's Ehabad, a free-to-play endgame player in Raid Shadow Legends. Today we are going to pull some shards. Not the most riveting of content, I know, but we do typically on this channel, we save our resources and we time our use of those resources to maximize the returns we see on our account. I have just finished today Nari the Lucky. See that it's now ready to be summoned in the future. You can see I'm actually stockpiling quite a lot of fragment champions. So at some point during CVC, if I need the points, I will be pulling them as and when I need the champions, which the reality is they give us so many vault guards that I don't need most of these champions for anything. I did try and do the fusion using as few resources as possible. So we had 2x Sacred last weekend. I only pulled 3 Sacreds, which was the minimum I could get away with to get the fragments I needed. I did 3 because I had pulled around 8 or 9 the previous weekend for the Summon Rush to get the 20 fragments from that. Right, the other reason I'm tempted by this particular guaranteed event. One, Kyoku I think is a fantastic champion. I really like the kit. Ever since she was released, I've been hoping to pull her generally. I think it could be an interesting champion to play around with. We've got the weaken on the A1. We have this mechanic such that we have a decrease attack AoE. If there's a decrease attack already out there, it flips to an HP burn, so we can manipulate that in our advantage in different setups as we need. Could be useful in Hydra, could be quite an interesting skill. And then obviously on the A3 we have this really solid ally protection ability with this block damage on Kyoku, so you can take a lot less damage, and obviously a really, really solid aura as well, and Seeker-esque passive. So I'm considering trying her in a go second defense team for one of my TTA teams. So I kind of have Mithrala there, Kyoku. Both of these champions can provide the increased defense. There's a lot of synergy between Mithrala with the strength and Kyoku with the increased defense and allied protection. I could see this being extremely tanky. And there's also other combination of champions, using people such as Vogoth or Ursuga. So there's a few other options there. But in addition to that, I really, really, really want Lady Kimi. I massively regret not going and getting her when she was the guaranteed on the Ancients. I was doing a mini protest against Plarium for putting a guaranteed with no summoning event over CVC. It was the first time they'd done it, and I stupidly did my little mini protest hoping they'd never do it again, but obviously everyone else went and pulled her. Fantastic champion, and they've continued to do these guaranteed events over CVC ever since, and I'm the one that looks like an idiot now. Right then, let's pull these 15 shards and see if we get lucky. Obviously hoping for Kimmy along the way. Start off with an epic. Gory, nothing special. Honestly, complete trash. Move on to the next one. Drum roll, please. Masked Fearmonger, another trash epic. Littering the pool. No one has any cares. Lady Quillen, I think this is actually new for me, but I really don't see the point of her, so I doubt she'll ever get built. Another epic, and we got Matogi, was in a fusion not long ago, so I think probably a unique on my account, but not new for the index. Defiled Sinner, been trash for years, in a massive need for a buff, just a complete rework. Very useless at the moment. Chani, another of these really underwhelming epics that they've added to the game. Just doesn't really have a use. Like, we've got this potentially useful increase accuracy and increase attack buff, but it's only on her. So just really pointless. Come on, bring me a Lady Kimi. Another epic. Torture Helm has his use, but quite niche. Typically won't see him used a great deal. Deep Sinacia for me, good champion, useful in some secret rooms and faction wars, I guess. It's another instance where the game's kind of advanced beyond champions such as Sinacia. Corpse Collector, more trash. This has been a pretty underwhelming set of shards so far. And another epic. Hotatsu's actually a decent champion. I run him as a 50 in my Faction Wars team that I auto 20 and 21 on, so pretty solid overall. Arndolf, I'm not sure if that's new on my account, but not a good champion. I'm pretty sure actually I've got a copy of him, so very underwhelming. And we're not having much luck on the legendary front. Snorting Thug, not a good champion either. I mean, you can run him in Faction War, you can run him in a secret room, but really needs a buff, to be honest. Rockbreaker used to be the absolute MVP for that faction before champions such as Brogni and Melga were released. Rockbreaker is really the only viable way to clear Faction War 21 Dwarf, so for a long time, super important champion for Faction Wars. Still a good champion overall, good progression champion. Oh, and yes, we did. We got Lady Kimi. This is what we've been after. This is what we were hoping. I never ever normally get the 10x's. This is the first 10x legendary I've ever pulled in at all. It's the first time I've gone for a 10x legendary and actually got it. So that's really good. Really good for me. I was really disappointed with myself having not got her before. This A3 is really fantastic. Great for Hydra, great for Arena with TTA, and Arena getting increasingly more challenging. She will get built very quickly on my account. Oh, back-to-back legendaries. Well, obviously the guaranteed, but it would have been nice if it actually been a genuine back-to-back. But there you go. That was a pretty good run for me. I'm very happy with the Lady Kimi. That's, exactly what we were hoping for. If we quickly check the index, we can see who was new. So Arndolf was in fact new. Trash, but new. Lady Quillen was new. Also trash. But it's nice to flesh out the index. And then on the Shadowkin side, Kyoku and Lady Kimi were new and no one else was. So that's two new champions that will be getting built very quickly, particularly Lady Kimi. Lady Kimi I'll be building ASAP, although I'll hold off booking until CVC. So this was definitely an event worth doing on my side. If we quickly go to the Summon Rush, the other nice thing about maximizing our sacred shards at this point is we get a lot more resources for the 15 sacreds that we pulled now versus if we'd pulled 15 sacreds during the 2x sacred last weekend. During that time, if you'd pulled 15, you probably would have maxed the event and you'd have only got 2 legendary tomes with no feast. So this time I'm getting a feast, 4 legendary tomes, 2 rank 5 chickens, one of these XP barrels, which in theory is a high value item, but no one really cares about. Bit of energy, some gems, the rest is kind of ancillary, but 4 legendary tomes, 2 rank 5 chickens and a feast is a good return, along with 2 legendaries. Obviously you have the guaranteed and you might not get any other legendary, but even with the guaranteed, I think it's a good time to be pulling sacreds, particularly if there's a good 10x running alongside the guaranteed, and you just have that chance, that little sweetener, and it's never come off before for me, but this time it did. So there is a benefit to optimizing our pulls in this fashion. I will probably actually do a champion guide on Mithrala. I've been enjoying using this champion a lot in Arena. I know most people will say she's an Arena defense champion, and yes, she has been doing generally pretty good work on the Arena defense. Getting attacked so much right now, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Current Arena's just absolutely mad. But I also actually really enjoy using her in offense. Like if I just quickly show you my team setups. So like I have her in sort of three different Arena offense set lineups, and I use her a lot at the moment in Arena offense. I only got a, what is it, 10 days ago or something, built her last weekend. Well, kind of built her during CVC or ranked her up and booked her during CVC, and then I geared her last weekend, and I've been using her throughout the week, and she's a very solid Arena offense champion as well as Arena defense. So really good champion design there. So I'll probably try and make that guide over the next couple of days. I think a lot of people are going to be getting her over the next couple of months with the terrible game mode that is Hydra. But we'll probably carry on doing it anyway because Clan Gold is now kind of valuable. The clan shop is actually kind of worth getting. So at the moment I'm purchasing Yannicka, I'm purchasing Yakal, and this week I purchased a legendary tome for 3,000 gold. So you can see I've been saving up all along, waiting for them to do something decent in the clan shop. Ultimately, I decided I'd buy the Yannicka fragments, even though I already have a Yannicka. In theory, it might be a champion that I might be able to empower in the future, because I think I've already got 2 copies of her, so that would be my 3rd copy. And moreover, with Faction Guardians, it'll get me one step closer, potentially, in terms of empowering my, well, not really empowering, but giving additional stats. It would be my 3rd Yannicka, giving the additional stats to Arbiter. So there's benefits for me to get her, plus future CVC points. So I think it's still a good use of resources. Right then, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. It's not a video that I make too many of, but I think with these guaranteed champions, it's worthwhile me explaining why I think they're worth doing, and particularly if I pair those with the fusion guides. Although I did miss uploading the guide for the most recent fusion because I was away on holiday at the time, and by the time I got back, the fusion was halfway through, and the guide felt like it would be redundant at that point. I think with these videos, trying to kind of give you guys insight to how I'm managing my resources, hopefully that will help you manage your own accounts and grow them in the most efficient way. Right, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.